My name is Elijah, and this video is going to kind of be a little introduction to who I am, introduction to my life. So, I just broke things off with a girl that I was dating, and I think that was definitely holding me back from feeling like I was able to talk about these things, talk about my life, talk about a lot of progress that I've made, and it was a big distraction from just my purpose and where God has me in my life right now. After doing some thinking, after just evaluating the situation, I now see that it's important to be vulnerable and to be open and honest. And this is something that, I strive that this YouTube channel would just promote and be about. Little backstory on me. 2018, I originally started what I call my self-improvement journey. I had pretty much lost everything. I was addicted to drugs. I was drinking heavily, and I ended up crashing my car, totaled my car, and had nowhere to go. And my family was losing all respect for me and told me that they wanted me to go in the direction of a recovery discipleship program. Now, this program took me about 2.5 years, but it really showed me structure, discipline, and this is what I would call a full-time dopamine detox. We were totally away from any of those high dopamine activities. And yeah, this is before it started popping off on the online space. So ended up completing that program, moved up to Washington, and I'd relapsed hard. I ended up slipping back into the degenerate ways of this world. Started jumping on Tinder, started smoking a little bit, drinking a little bit, and that's when my depression and anxiety hit an all-time high, man. I ended up hitting psych wards. I quit multiple jobs. I was down bad, depressed, 10 out of 10. So me landing up in the hospital it was really a wake-up call for me and showed me that I need to start taking this thing seriously, man. The last 5 years of my life, I would say I've had a very strong relationship with God. He's always constantly been in my life. Even when I was trying to walk away from him, there was a lot of spiritual attack. It was just like he was constantly calling me saying, Elijah, we need you back. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's get up. So ended up coming back to California, did a shorter version of this program. After some struggles and heartbreaks, I ended up jumping onto the Red Pill, seeing in the Red Pill community. Unfortunately, this, as I see now looking back on it, is self-worship. Essentially, coming from being completely down bad, depressed, and suicidal, I think myself, including a lot of men, especially young men, see this and latch onto it because it provides a sense of hope and security, because it's much better than being depressed, being down bad, being stuck in addiction. I dove deep into it, dove into fitness, dove into just all of the manipulation and mind tactics and tricks. And I can tell you this stuff works. I don't think anybody's value would be to be a promiscuous, selfish, lying person. But this is our sinful nature. This is what we're going to fall back on. And thank God for Jesus Christ. And thank God for his grace, because if it's not for that, man, we're all lost. We are all lost. So after my little red pill rampage, what I would call it, I definitely had a moment of clarity and seeing that this type of stuff leads nowhere good. And ultimately what happens is it makes God sad. It breaks his heart. In the self-improvement journey, and I don't necessarily like that term self-improvement, even though we are improving ourselves, it is not for us. It is for service. It is for helping others along this journey. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this journey because I went from basically being told what to do. I finally, through self-improvement, started to see that, man, these things benefit your lives and why we should want to do it, why we should want to read, why we should not want to chase after these women and sexual lust, pornography, junk food. And this ultimately, this knowledge, this wisdom has made it my own to where I want these things for my life. There's this little analogy that I have given to my friend. I remember my good friend was struggling, and I ended up giving him this analogy of who is in a better position? The man who is overly confident and kind of cocky and arrogant and making stupid, foolish decisions. But we look at him and we're like, man, that guy's so confident, bro. Or the guy who isn't so confident, who's insecure, but he's continuing to strive for basically sanctification, becoming right with God. Someone who is going through what we call the self-improvement struggle is in a better position than that overconfident guy, the one who is struggling, falling time after time. The Word of God says that a righteous man falleth 7 times but prevails. So God has always kind of placed this desire in my heart, this desire to teach, this desire to spread the good news and increase people in this knowledge and wisdom. Because there's so many out here. There are so many people out here that are ignorant to the truth. So anybody who's watching this, man, if you know someone who is struggling, going through a difficult time, let's talk about how self-improvement has affected your life in a positive manner. How self-improvement has increased your confidence, your gratitude, your thankfulness. And use these things that you have as a gift to bless others. My name's Elijah. This is introduction to this channel, and I can say that self-improvement truly saved my life. Truly saved my life. Peace out.